says Taharkabey, Toronto Johnson. I called for a Moorish court on brother Toronto Johnson. And anybody who's riding with him with this scandal with these videos of me and my wife frauding the people.
Check it.
I never saw my brothers and sisters serving these packages when I was with Daweed Ali and them and Taj and them used to come to Chicago.
I laid them old boys to rest. They was dead sleep anyway. Sleepwalking, they keep talking. I probably catch a charge and don't care what any say. Nobody. Yeah, I'm the people's grand sheik, and the people's grand sheik ain't seen a man I can't beat. Only the gods is my equal. You mortals, you just my sequel. You just my sequel. What the 85ers? Dip divers? Trying to symbolize us? You already dead. Who done got up in your head? Rent free. You wanna know who sent me? Who sent you? Leg, head. I tried to pull you out the bed, but you got up all groggy. Started talking real crazy, eyes foggy. Couldn't see through the fog. Then I had to bring the dogs, barking all up in your ear, acting like you don't care. Oh, you don't care? Like you don't preserve life. Oh yeah, and you really don't care, right? Oh, you don't care, right? Well, we gon' really check that, bet that, respect that. Since you said you ain't scared to die, I laid them young boys to rest. They was dead sleep anyway. I laid them old boys to rest. They was sleepwalking anyway. I'm the people's grand sheik. I ain't seen a man I can't beat. I laid them young boys to rest. They was sleepwalking anyway. I would take you on any day. Michigan, New York, Cali, where you at? What you thought? From Naptown to Baltimore, every run the roll is all raw. They ready, choppers. I don't really think you want the problem. Hold up, raise the thought up. Back to a law. Leg, head. I try to get him out the bed. Sleepwalking anyway. Sleepwalking anyway. Wake up, keep talking. Sleepwalking anyway. Wake up. I don't care what any say. Nobody. I'm the people's grand sheik, and the people's grand sheik. I ain't seen a man I can't beat. Never. You mortals, you just my sequel. You mortals, you just my sequel. Only equals is the gods. You mortals, that's my sequel. I see dead people. Hey, I see dead people. I lay them old boys to rest. They was dead sleep anyway.
I never saw my brothers and sisters serving these packages when I was with Daweed.
I lay them young boys to rest. They was dead sleep anyway. Hey, people's grand sheik. I ain't never met a man that I can't beat. No, the gods is my only equal. That's it. You mortals, you just my sequel. That's it.
I called for a Moorish court on brother Toronto Johnson. And anybody who's riding with him with this scandal or with these videos of me and my wife frauding the people.
Taharkabey front line till the law call my number.
If you a friend of the Moors, then you's a friend of mine. was told to watch my enemies, now hold my line. Those who speak against the prophet, they speak against me. And I'm speaking about the prophet over Drew Ali, who was the first to remind you and bind you back to Morocco, the mountains, Mississippi, and Quebec. Told you you wasn't black, proved it with straight facts. You tripping off Trump, you need to be tripping off that. Now here we go again, acting like you a slave. The same people talk European how to bathe, and looking at women buying European hair. No love for self, but do the men really care? Hell no, cause they got a love for Europe. Whole generation chasing pills, weed and syrup. Yeah, they love Lil Yachty, Tucci, Gucci, Kodak, Amigos, Ross, Lucid. But when the love for the woman look like your mother, I guess they say it's all black when it's under the cover. Now cypher, I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember, that's right. I be that more you gon' remember. Taharkabey front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember, that's right. I be that more you gon' remember. Taharkabey front line till the law call my number. All you super scholars holler, this era for the workers. You ain't building on the ground, then you worse than a twerker. You look and sound good, but that's only on the surface. Probably working for the people. Now tell me what's your purpose. Ain't worried about your homie, but know that I know every mo that rock a fast. He ain't my bro. Yeah, you know I ain't slow. I seen it all before. How they try to kill the prophet, it was all for show.
Hey, I need y'all to share this. Check one, check two. I need y'all to share this. I figured it out. If you all, let's stop this one. I gotta cut this short. Press 7 if y'all can hear me. Listen, if y'all wanted to figure out, this is bad. This is pretty bad to me. Now, if I'm making a leap with this research that I'm about to reveal, I want you to tell me off the top. And if you watch it all the way to the end, I want you to leave a comment. If I'm reaching, I want you to tell me if I'm reaching. Real talk. Because if I'm reaching, I gotta stop. I do not want to be reaching. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want to be reaching. And I don't want to be recycling the same shows, because you see Malik, you see Malik, you see Malik, you see Malik. I don't want to be recycling the same shows. Now, I may revisit some of the commentary or revisit some of the points that I made before so I can elaborate on a new point, but I don't want to recycle. So if I'm reaching, I need you to tell me. This is the People's Network. We do this for the people. And here's the thing. It makes you wonder, what is this all about? Now, as I always say, I believe, have faith and confidence in, that we are at a crossroad. The destruction will happen any moment, any day, and it might not happen in your lifetime, but there's a strong chance that it will. And when I'm talking about the destruction, the dissatisfied are to the point where as though the awakening is happening all over the place. Whether it's Moorish, whether it's Hebrew, whether it's people indigenous, whether it's those of other groups that have been oppressed, whether it's Chinese, whether it's even the Russians, whoever it is, you know, it's at any moment, it could go down. But one thing for sure and two things for certain, there has not been a people on the planet Earth. You hear what I say? There's not been a people on the planet Earth who has been met with a constant demise as the people who are referred to as Black, African American, formerly Negro, formerly colored. There's not a people on the planet Earth. And here's why. I usually say this in a temple setting, but we're going to be in the temple tonight. Because I figured something out in this research today, a few hours ago. Out of all the people on the planet Earth, right? If you look at what happened to the Japanese at Nagasaki, if you look at what happened in the Congo with the Belgians, what they did into the Congo. If you look at the European Jew with the Holocaust, it's no matter where you go in the world, and when you look at tragedy and you look at catastrophe and you look at a people being annihilated, one thing that is unique about our oppression, and those are the ones that have been referred to: African American, Negro, Black, colored, etc. One thing's unique about ours is that when the Japanese came on the other side of Nagasaki, they still knew that they was Japanese in origin. When the Congolese was conquered and colonized by Belgium, they also knew on the other side of that they was Congolese. When the European Jew, who referred to themselves as the Jew, after the Holocaust, they knew to refer to themselves as Jewish. What am I saying? After the slave trade, we came out with so many different identities that today you have the Moorish, you have I'm a black man, you have the Hebrew, you have the I don't care what I am. When that happens, it causes a disconnect to the universal creator. Now, people can connect with the creator and identify with the infinite energy of the creator, but they subtract the physical experience as the creator because they're unable to make that connection. And when you look in the Bible, if you read the Bible, you will find out in the book of Matthew, it talk about Jesus was the son of Mary by the way of Joseph, and it goes all the way back to Abraham, all the way back to the Garden of Eden with Adam. When you look at the Old Testament, it talks about lineage all the time. You know, when you look at Buddha, same thing. When you look at Muhammad of the Quraysh tribe, same exact thing. But us, there's a disconnect. And so, because of that disconnect, has impaired us severely. We are the worst oppressed on the planet Earth. All because of the simple fact that we have amnesia. And we are unable, many of us are unable to trace ourselves through a divine origin. So we begin to latch on to all sorts of stuff. Well, we are in an era of time now where it has reached a boiling point. It has reached a fever pitch. And the oppressive system know this. They know this. The universe, no matter how many times a human being or mankind have tried to destroy us, the universe has preserved us for a reason. And that reason is at hand. Many of us will not survive it when we get there, but many of us will. I say all that to say this before I start the show. Because we are right on that crux or that borderline of liberation, the oppressor will try to do everything possible to delay it. And one of the things that has been working is using us against us. Many of those who are fighting for the cause of the oppressor, they see the benefit of themselves. And they don't see the benefit not to do the things that they're doing. In fact, many of them believe that they're doing the right thing, because most of the people that look like us, that intellectually or physically fight against us, they think that they're smarter than us. And a person who thinks that they are smarter than us, they think they're smarter than the dope dealer. They think they're smarter than the rapper. They think they're smarter than the piano player, smarter than the soccer player, smarter than the basketball player. And they look at like the dope has been weaponized against us to sell drugs to each other. The guns have been weaponized against us to sell guns and kill each other. The food have been weaponized. But with this arrogant Negro who thinks that he's smarter than everybody in the room, don't realize that his education from Howard University has always and has been and continues to be weaponized against us. So at the end of the day, the educated fool who becomes arrogant, just like the drugs in our community is weaponized and we use it to destroy us, the guns in our community are weaponized and we used it, somebody drops it there and we use it to destroy us. The educated fool goes to these colleges and don't realize that they're supposed to bring that back and uplift their people. The educated fool have been used as a weapon by the oppressor. No matter how much they scream black power, no matter how much they scream no justice, no peace, they believe that they're smarter than the 9-to-5 worker. They believe that they're smarter than the janitor, than the street sweeper, than the trash man, than the waitress. So they feel they got a right to do what they do. And this is a fact. So I need y'all to pay attention to what I'm about to demonstrate in a minute. You feel me? I need, absolutely, because he's not really educated. He's a fool that has been indoctrinated. Exactly. Because everything that is given to us by an oppressive system, if we do not go back and lift those up who are suffering from the oppressive system, then that which was given to us to be used as a weapon. The education, the food, the welfare, whatever, it's been used as a weapon. And we gotta wake up. And we gotta wake up. We gotta wake up. But Mommy Shabazz say, no matter what you say, I support the Black Power movement. I'm asking you to support the real who are a part of the Black Power movement. Denounce the fraud. Denounce the fraud. Be a man. Support means to hold up. Don't hold up the fraud. Wipe the coal out your eyes. Wipe the coal out your eyes so you can see who's the fraud, so you can support the real. That's Moorish World TV. That's the gospel of Moorish World TV. See the fraud and get them out the way. Remove the fraud so you can support the real. Don't support the Black Power movement. Support the real who are in the Black Power movement. But you must wipe the coal out your eyes so you can see. That's the whole point of this. Don't throw all the Black Power movement that everyone is real. Vet everyone. Even me. Vet everyone. Don't give them a pass because they scream Black Power. F the white man. Don't give them a pass because they say cracker every other word. Don't give them a pass because they get mad at Taharkabey, and Taharkabey is an agent now, and this one is an agent now. As I was telling the brother the other night, I said, listen, man, I don't really trip off people talking that agent stuff. Because one thing I've learned about social media, Black Power, conscious community, two people can disagree on the color of ice cream in the conscious Black Power community. Two people can disagree on the color of ice cream. One brother would say, this is purple. The other brother would say, well, this is fuchsia. This is violet. He said, no, this is purple. No, this is violet. This is purple. This is violet. Man, that person an agent, man. Talking about that's violet when we know it's purple. That's an agent. They will argue over colors and disagree and call each other an agent. No proof whatsoever. No connecting the dots whatsoever. So that agent stuff is played out. You see what I'm saying? That agent stuff is played out. Those that shows the signs of an agent, you can find it. Just because one disagreed doesn't make someone's an agent. Those who are real agents, you can connect the dots and you'll be able to see clearly by connecting the dots. You feel what I'm saying? You can see clearly just by connecting the dots. You follow me? Let me say this. I'm going to entertain this one time. I would never go on your show and put the Panthers business and put out the Panthers business like everyone else have done. Bomani, you don't have to come on the show and put out the Panthers business, because everywhere that the Panthers go, they turn their camera on anyway and instruct everybody to turn their camera on. And at every event and every march, the police and the cameras are there anyway. You don't have to come on the show. Go look at the videos with Malik's. Everybody, turn your cameras on. He tells everybody to turn the camera on. Why would you have to come on the show and tell Panthers business when he tells everybody to put the cameras on? Wake up, young man. Wake up. Wake up, young man. Nobody would have to come on Moorish World TV. He tells everyone to turn the camera on. When they went up in there and they talking like they was talking to the district attorney in Mississippi, who goes to a district attorney meeting and to talk about somebody who was oppressed and beat down, and you walk up to the office with a cell phone camera on? Wake up, young man, wake up. Don't nobody walk up with a cell phone on a live streaming to have a serious meeting about a brother being shot at by racist Europeans. Nobody does that. Turn your phone on. Wake up, young man. Wake up, sister. I'm going to show you what this is all about in the next 30 minutes, and we're going to have a conversation. I'm going to show you what this is all about. Just pay attention. You don't have to like me. You don't have to believe me. You can just think that this is some crazy YouTube show. I'm trying to get views. I'm trying to get YouTube money. You can think what you want. But what I'm asking you to do is to research the researcher. Take every video that I put out. If you think I'm lying, do your own research. I'm not projecting everything that I say. I'm giving a monologue right now for one more minute. everything that I say or I put to the table, I also bring a screen share with it. Because for too long, we got too many talking heads. They just talking. They just talking. And so when somebody do that, okay, you that age, and I hear you a provocateur, I'm not doing that. I'm going to bring you screen shares. I mean, I'm going to bring you screen shares. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring you screen shares, and I'm going to let you know that if you disagree, you are welcome to come on the show and show me where I'm wrong. And as long as you're not disrespectful, I will hear your voice. And as long, and the second thing, and the second thing you should do. Let me see. I want my brother to drop this Discord link. I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. Maybe Sean can drop it for me. The second thing you can do. The second thing I lost my thought for a second. But what I don't like if you come on the show and you just talking worthless mumbo jumbo. Nah, man. Calling agents and calling names, whatever. But anyway, we're about to get busy, family, and yeah, it's about that time. I hope y'all share this with a friend, and share it with a friend. I hope y'all share this with a friend and share this with a friend, because I'm about to show you what this is all about in 1 second. And we're going to run through it real fast. We're not going to waste any time with this. Now, I got to do a disclaimer. Because for y'all haven't been around and wondering why I keep talking about Malik. Number one, Malik should have never threatened me. You see what I'm saying? Because once you threaten me, I want to know why. Number two, he should have never, ever made some of the posts about me, calling me agent, all that. You should never did that. I could care less. But now I'm going to research you at least twice a week and find out what's going on with you. All right? Until you are gone. Until you are gone. Because you got a 30-year track record of nothing. You got a 30-year track record of nothing but entertainment. You know what I'm saying? So it's time for you to go. And maybe Bomani Shabazz will step up and lead the people in the right direction. At least he's talking about the 10-point program, 9 local objectives, and 12 general orders, professional water ethics. At least he's talking about that. So with that being said, let's get started. I hope y'all ready. Share this with a friend. Share this with a friend. Especially, and here's a hint, especially if they are in a gun club, in a militia, and they believe in the Second Amendment. Share this with a friend. Let's go. Now, first of all, Malik had told everybody that he was, I was trying to find a news article back in the day when he was still going by Paris Smith and Paris Lewis. I thought he was EPMD for a minute. Paris Lewis. And he said that Malik Shabazz is his stage name. This was during this period right here. That Malik Zulu Shabazz was his stage name. When he was with Defiant Giants. I keep telling you that these entertainers and these actors have been put before you to misguide and to lead you. And he was a promoter after this group on his college campus, and everybody know about this. But I want you to keep in mind that he said that Malik Zulu Shabazz was his stage name. All right? This is what he said. This is not what I said. As you can see, he has the star and the crescent, but he says he was never in the Nation of Islam or never a registered member of the Nation of Islam. Now, here we go. His stage name is Malik Zulu Shabazz. In an article from the Baltimore Sun, it says, Mr. Shabazz, this is how young he was, still doing the same thing today. Mr. Shabazz has a weekly radio show called The Young Warrior. He has performed in what he calls positive rap videos with a group called Defiant Giants. And his business card describes a host of services from hip-hop music to Black Revolution in the red, black, and green colors of the Black Liberation flag. This should tell you his foundation. Conscious hip-hop was a genre at that time. At that time, let me stop you for a minute. At that time, I got to take you back because you don't know the future or the present if you don't know the past. During 90 and 91, all of the popular hip-hop was conscious hip-hop. Even Queen Latifah, she wore the crown like Shirazad Ali. You hear what I said? De La Soul. All of them. So anybody who joined into the hip hop at that time, it was a fad. Nobody really knew nothing. This is how Queen Latifah can go from being conscious to today. She's of the LGBT community wide open because she never was conscious. It was a genre. It was a genre of music. Malik was right in that genre of music. And so when you look back and you see him dressing and playing a part, that doesn't mean that he had it in his heart. That's what you have to understand. And so when someone says, I've been doing this since this, I've been doing that since that, no. It was a genre of music. You feel what I'm saying? So this is what we have to teach the youth. Like we talk about teaching the youth about Egypt, teaching the youth about Moorish. No, we need to teach the youth that these frauds are going to come and try to snag you up and take your future from you. Ozone. That these frauds that are washed up, they're going to take your life from you. And we need to inform them that before there was a little baby, that before there was a Kodak Black, there was a genre of music that people like Malik Zulu Shabazz came in with. And he went to push it. And he was unsuccessful. So his next step was to stay with the genre. As you remember, Ice Cube had Dr. Khalid Muhammad on his album, yet Ice Cube was talking about the Europeans and calling them devils, horny little devil, and all of that. And once that genre of music changed, Ice Cube changed also. You hear what I said? Malik began to be the promoter of lectures. And in line with the genre of music that he was a part of because of the period of time, he chose to host lectures by Dr. Khalid Muhammad, as well as Minister Farrakhan. And you will see today that he don't know nothing about NOI. He don't know nothing. He can do some quotes here and there. The Quran said this, the Bible said that, but he don't know the deep lessons about NOI after all of these years. He don't have a clue. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have a clue. So I want you to just pay attention to this, because it's all a show, but it's a show for a reason. Now we're going to get to the good part. Malik Zulu Shabazz is quoted as saying, "The Caucasian and the government are arrogant, telling us how to suffer. America should be glad that every black man, quote unquote, is not on a killing spree for all the suffering they have done." Now, our young generation have to be careful to listen to this rhetoric. We have to be really, really careful. Because when a person says something, but they not participating in what they saying, there's a problem. But I want you to pay close attention to the highlight. The Caucasian and the government are arrogant. This is what he says. The Caucasian and the government are arrogant. Remember, keep that in your mind, that this is what he said. The Caucasian and the government are arrogant. When you look at the new Black Panther Party, if you're not in the know, then you wouldn't know that there's a structure in place. And two of the main structures of any organization is either what they call in the new Black Panther Party a central committee and a plan of action. In any organization, there's a board member, i.e. central committee, a council, i.e. central committee, and then there's a plan of action, a game plan, a purpose. When you look at Malik Zulu Shabazz, if he would say that there's a central committee, it would fall on deaf ears, because Malik has become the sole dictator of what happens with the new Black Panther Party. Therefore, there is no central committee. Therefore, how the new Black Panther Party was constructed doesn't exist. Therefore, anybody who's joining, they are joining under false pretenses, because the structure is not there. And then you say, what's the plan of action? Or as Straight Out of the Shy say, the mission statement. And we know with Malik, it's very ambiguous. It's very ambiguous. To protect and to protect. But we don't see no protection going on. Family, share this 2 times, because it's about to get heavy in a minute. We don't see no protection going on. What we do see is reactionary measures. That if someone gets shot, they'll send somebody to Buffalo. If someone gets shot, they'll send somebody to South Carolina. And if it's a real big story, Malik will go himself. They're not protecting anybody from anything. They're only reacting to the misery and to the death that we're met with by the oppressor. That's it. Now, many people that join organizations like Malik's, their heart, for the most part, I believe, is in the right place. However, Malik takes advantage of that. And over time, they become hard-hearted. They become tired. And they either fall back or they begin to commit the same foolery that they are surrounded with. And this is how we get to where we're at today. But one thing I know is that Malik Zulu Shabazz tried to put on and play the image. He's tried to play the image like this is a tight organization. Feel me? This is very important to keep himself afloat, to act like, family, pay attention. I'm going somewhere with this, to act like that he's a legitimate, fully functioning, checks and balance, rank and file organization. So what he does is he create positions like the National Minister of Education. You see that? Honorable Louis A. Long. Parenting your child in public education every Sunday, 6 p.m., taught by school board member Honorable Louis A. Long. So he creates these positions to make it seem legitimate. And for a lot of people, they are very impressed. Thank you, straight out the shine. Plus, you had me cracking up last night. They are impressed with these positions. Family, pay close attention. Pay close attention. Thank you so much, Big C. They are very impressed with these Facebook posts. With the National Minister of Education. Now, right here, her name changes to Asada Karima Shabazz. I want you to pay attention to how this thing goes out, because we ain't gonna be here all night. When you start to look at those who be educating your children, you want to ask yourself, who do they hang out with? Now, remember what I said. Malik appointed her for the education position. Now, in her profession, let me tell you, she is a community activist. She is a community activist. And she rubs shoulders with a lot of Europeans. However, when one makes a statement that Malik's makes, you hear what I said? When one make a statement that the Caucasian and the government are arrogant, telling us how to suffer, and America should be glad that every black man is not killing spree and suffer for all the suffering done every day. And he said that in many more things, but I'm dealing with the government because when you look at these pictures, these are government officials. Maybe he don't believe that no more. Even though just not so long ago, he was running and ramping about the god doggone, as he would say, white man. I'm sorry about the other one. I didn't want to throw that out there. But when you look at this here, that he talks about politics. He talk about, listen to this. He talk about vote for what? He talks about the government is corrupt, that there's no need to vote, to burn the American flag, to do all of these things that he says. But now, his educator, the head of the Department of Educator, is suited and booted next to a European. And ain't nothing wrong with that. So in my eyes, there's nothing wrong with that. Listen, if you are a community activist and you are working with Europeans and all that, that's your thing. But when you are claiming black power, when you are under a leader who do not mix oil and vinegar. Now, that changes the dynamic. That changes the dynamic. Because now your leader is saying one thing and you are doing another thing. However, the thing is, your leader is full aware, because this is 2019 in this picture right here. And this is 2014 over here. And the guy you standing with is a convicted sex offender who's been elected to office. So this is 2014 over here. This is 2019 over here. So you're fully aware. And you're supporting and standing next to a sex offender. But it gets better. This is what I'm telling you about organizations. This stuff is a joke. Malik is a fraud. Controversial lawmaker who served time for teen sex scandal wins Virginia Senate seat. On election night, Democrat Joe Morrissey won for the Senate seat for Virginia's 16th district after a rocky road filled with scandals that would typically impede the careers of most politicians. The unconventional politician path Morrissey has taken includes a teen sex scandal, jail time, disbarment, and alleged inappropriate conduct with a client. Despite this, he still received 60% of the votes. In 2013, when Morrissey was 56 years old and a member of the Virginia House of Delegates, he hired a 17-year-old Myrna Pride to work as an intern in his law office. They began a sexual relationship that both repeatedly denied, despite prosecutor possessing many of their alleged text and sexting evidence. This is your educator. This is your educator. We don't educate ourselves who we are around. We don't educate ourselves who we around. We don't do that. Remember when I asked, let me stop for a minute. Remember when I asked Desert Eagle, I said, Desert Eagle, if you thought you were in danger in fighting oppression, you would be researching those who are on the front line with you. But because you don't feel no danger, you would care less who's next to you. You would care less. It's not important because your life, your limb, and you ain't about to lose anything. But when you really got something on the line, you examine those who are around you to make sure that you are with the proper squad. So if this person is appointed by Malik as the head of education of the new Black Panther Party, you mean tell me that he don't know any of this? If he doesn't, he's an incompetent leader and he's not fit to lead. This includes, let me go back. They began a sexual relationship, according to Newsweek. They began a sexual relationship that they both repeatedly denied, despite prosecutors possessing many of their alleged text and sexting evidence. This includes Morrissey bragging in all caps to a buddy that he had sex with Pride on the conference room table and then on the floor for good measure. Meanwhile, Pride had texted a close friend about the alleged sexual encounter, worried because they had not used protection. Morrissey gave her $70 for a morning after pill, according to the graphic text included in the plea agreement. Virginia's statutory rape law is violated when a person have consensual sexual intercourse with an individual under 18. Y'all didn't hear about this story, but you heard about R. Kelly. You didn't hear about this European. You didn't hear about the new Black Panther education department head rubbing shoulders, supporting and campaigning with a sex offender, a child sex offender, a predator, allegedly, according to Newsweek. And Malik appoints her. I have nothing against you, sister, but I got to tell the truth. I got to tell the truth. If you didn't denounce that, and it's 2022, then you are a part of that. But it gets worse. Morrissey was allowed to plead guilty to the delinquency of a minor in 2014. You know they never get completely rape charges anyway. They never get complete rape charges, Europeans. You already know that. That's how the system go. You feel what I'm saying? That's how the system go. So don't ask why he didn't get 20 years. Don't ask why he didn't get the book thrown at him. They never do. That's how it goes. Morrissey was allowed to plead guilty to delinquency of a minor in 2014, with additional charges of indecent liberties with a minor, possession and distribution of child pornography, and electronic solicitation of a minor. At the time of his conviction, Pride was pregnant with the first child. He served 3 months in jail. Is Malik your leader? If he is this incompetent, is he this incompetent? Or is there an angle to this? Is he this competent? Or is there an angle? I'm telling you that is an angle, and I want you to pay close attention to the angle, because this is what it's always been about, and it's coming up soon. Pay close attention, because there's a purpose behind all of this. His license to practice law was revoked by Virginia State Bar Disciplinary Board in 2003. Not only are they out there on the front line, allegedly. Now let me put up my allegedly in case they try something. Put up my allegedly real quick. Not only are they on the front line, allegedly, what they would call a sex offender, they also put the children around them. Also got the children around them. Here is your Black Power educator. I don't mean to be so mean, but when you attack me and you not right, when you attack me and you not right, you attacking the wrong one. You better watch Moorish World TV, because I show no mercy to frauds. You might want to apologize for making those crazy threats, those silly posts. You might want to apologize, because it gets worse. His license to practice law was revoked by the Virginia State Bar Disciplinary Board in 2003 for frequent episodes of unethical, contumacious, or otherwise inappropriate conduct mar Joseph D. Morrissey career as prosecutor. I was trying to get closer to read it. As prosecutor and private defense attorney, noted that the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Fourth Circuit. 8 years later, the Supreme Court of Virginia approved the petition for Morrissey's reinstatement to the bar. The last 7 years, when his law license was revoked again in 2018. When his law license was revoked again in 2018 by the Virginia State Bar for criminal conviction and improper contact with his intern, Pride, whom he married after the second child together. There is a 40-year difference between the couple. They now have 3 children, though Morrissey has 6 total from 4 different women. Known by the nickname Fighting Joe, Morrissey's victory is a part of a big win for Democrats, who will hold the majority in both Virginia House of Delegates and the Senate for the first time in 25 years. It's all political. Have y'all shared this yet? Press 7 if y'all shared this yet. Press 7 if y'all shared this yet. We need to get this information out. You know what I mean? A seven. Let me know you shared it on your social media. This gotta get out. The channel is blackballed. The channel is shadow banned. This got to get out. Don't be scared to share the truth. This got to get out. Don't let your young men join this incompetent nonsense. Because there's an angle to all this. There's an angle to all this. He's in office now. She's been around quite some time. She's up there with Lord Abba. Abba Dabba Doo. That think he knows it all. Shout out to Abba. But this is in 2012. So she's moving amongst people who she considers conscious. So to me, conscious means aware. Is she aware of this guy? I ain't going in on Abba today. I ain't going in on Abba. Is she aware of this guy? I'm just saying we know as back as 2012, she's around people who claim to be conscious. And conscious means to be aware. Is she aware of this guy? Now watch this. I say 9 times out of 10, yes. She's riding with the guy who said he talks to the feds, that he wrote the feds, and on this side, playing with the children, allegedly. Allegedly. Now we know that this guy has been convicted. We know that. For having relations with a minor. There is no doubt about that. And what person that is supposed to be the educator would have this person around minors? All right. You also see around the most mysterious Black Panther, the Imam, where everybody went to jail from that incident with the car, but he didn't. And then you see the European with the young sister who was 17 when the incident happened with Ben Crump. Y'all know that this is a big circle? Do y'all know that this is a big network to keep you oppressed? Do y'all know that this is a network to keep you oppressed? And you mad at Taharkabey? It always happened like that. You always get mad at the one that tells you the truth. And here's Ben Crump again. Moreover, Morrissey originally denied the paternity of the child with Pride. Myrna Pride, who was born in 2015, when she was 19 years of age, he affirmed the kid's parenthood. This is what they say. On May 20th, 2015. So initially, he denied. You follow me? In spite of the way that Morrissey, who was born September 23, 1957, recognized having sex communication with Pride and a request understanding subsequent being indicted for adding to the wrongdoing of the minor. The two kept up with that. No sexual movement occurred before she was a legitimate age. What that is saying is that he tried to claim that he didn't have sex with her, and she said that he didn't have sex with her, but they had sexting text messages and messages that says different. All right? This guy's a predator. A 40-year difference. See, the concept of statutory rape is that the person that's older has the responsibility to understand that that is a child, and that your experience, intelligence, and intellect could be used against one who has 17-year experience in life, and you have 57 years of experience in life. That's the concept of statutory rape, that the older one should be more responsible. Does that look like your little cousin? Come on. Look at the sister. That look like your little cousin? Your little sister? It's a child. But then the person who's appointed to the education department, standing right there. Y'all want me to stop right here? No, he's not kissing babies. That's his baby with the young sister. That's his baby with the young sister. Abazu, that's his baby with the young sister. This is a sister. This is your sister. You feel me? This is your sister right here. This could happen to anybody. Young sister go take an intern. For an office job. Where's the men? Nothing you can do now. It's a wrap. Look at this. Look at this. Take a look at it. What do it say to you? What does it say to you? They done went back and dressing in colonial days. She's still looking like a child. Because she is a child. The other person in the picture is Myrna Pride, his 19-year-old former receptionist. She's 19 at this point. She is holding their 9-week-old son, Chase, who paternity Morse acknowledged Wednesday. Joe Morse is 57 years old. They are wearing antebellum period dresses like slave owners used to wear. They are wearing antebellum period dress like slave owners used to wear. Let me say it one more time. They are wearing antebellum period dress like slave owners used to wear. I gotta do it. But here is the campaign. Now here is the campaign. And here is the education lady. Here is the national minister of education. Here is the national minister of education. Anybody who follow this crazy man is crazy. They sick. Sickening. He was indicted and acquitted of 5 bribery, perjury, misuse of public fund charges. As Commonwealth attorney was suspended and reinstated to the post a number of times. Another notable incident by Richmond Times-Dispatch murderer Newman, a 90-day jail sentence in 1998 for breaking court rules for taking reporters on a drug case, an assault and battery conviction in 1999, a 90-day jail term in 2000 for probation violation. On the 1998 convention, after Morrissey lied when he denied attempting to bribe a Habitat of Humanity construction supervisor to falsely state that Morrissey had completed his community service. Perhaps, let me go back here first. We ain't gonna be here long. This is what you're getting. This is what you're getting. I want you to keep the narrative in your head that this is the education minister. All right? And as you keep that in your head, I want you to remember what I said in the beginning. They all work together. See that? Benjamin Crump there. Y'all see that? Now hold up. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Here is the Minister of Education supporting this. But now, why? Why? I'm going to tell y'all something real quick before I drop the bomb on y'all real quick. I told y'all with Grandmaster Jay, the objective was to bring everybody out from their back rooms, from their backwood homes, from their training in the woods, taking the guns out of their sheds, out of their homes, and out of the windows of their pickups, and to bring them into the open, and build a database. The bigger plan that I come to see by research is to take your guns from you. That's the bigger plan. This is why I was never one who thought that it was okay to be marching with guns, because there's cameras everywhere. You identified with facial recognition. Grandmaster Jay got all of those that was with him that came out of the shadows, put themselves in a database, and let me tell you something, if they would happen to pass a law to take your weapons, you are a sit and duck in traffic. But the objective is to disarm you one day. And this is no different. One of the most notable moments in Delegates was the time he brandished an unloaded AK-47. You hear what I say? He brandished the unloaded AK-47. Give me 1 second.
That in the meantime, Virginia's.
Give me 1 second. I'm going to show you what this is all about, and I hope y'all paying attention. Let me stop the share real quick. And let me share like this. Pay attention to this.
47 with me. But an AK
Capital.
So I brought an AK-47 with me. Here's the AK-47, pointed at the ceiling, unloaded.
Stop right there. Do you know what that was all about? You know what that was all about? He was showing the Senate how easy it was for him to bring an AK-47 to the floor so they can pass a gun law Put it all together now. Put it all together now. Put it all together now. Why would a Black Panther be connected to one who want to put a ban on assault weapons when they carry legal assault weapons? Are y'all with me? Somebody say something. Are y'all with me? Why? Why? That doesn't make sense. Why would you align yourself with one? Hold on. Why would you align yourself with one who is introducing a gun ban? These are not new things. Are y'all with me? Or did y'all fall asleep? Why would a Black Panther who believe in self-defense using assault weapons align themselves with one introducing bills for a gun ban? Are y'all with me? Did y'all fall asleep? Malik is playing y'all, man. Malik is playing y'all. And y'all don't even see it. And y'all don't even see it, man. It makes me sick, man, that y'all gonna blame me. That y'all gonna blame me. How you gonna blame me? Man, this is sickening, man. How you gonna blame me? You can't blame me for this. Malik, Minister of Education, is aligned with one who is inducing gun bans. They already convict you as a felon to take your weapon. They convict you as a felon for take your weapon from you. You do your time, you pay your fine, you do your probation, but you never get your rights restored. And many of that is they look like you. They look like you. Unable to defend your family from unlawful entry. Unlawful to defend your family from unlawful search and seizure. Unable to defend yourself against intruders. And now you got the head of the head of the Black Panther Party. Education minister aligns herself with a European senator who's been convicted of improprieties with a child, as well as, let's read it. Senator Joe Morrissey announced that the first piece of legislation he will file for next year's session will be an assault weapons ban bill. Did y'all hear what I just said? To ban many commonly owned rifles, shotguns, and handguns that the law-abiding citizens use for self-defense and sport. Back in 2020, anti-gun extremists already tried and failed to pass such a comprehensive ban when they held majorities in both the chambers and the General Assembly. It was considered too extreme by some in the majority, and it was ultimately defeated by the bipartisan vote in the Senate Judiciary Committee. Do you hear what I said? Y'all hear what I'm saying? We'll talk to y'all in a minute because we ain't going to be here long. We don't want this to be long like the other night. So what you got here? You got one who seek to take your weapons. You got one with a fake weapon. You got one who is the Department of Education minister for the new Black Panther Party. And you got one who has been accused as a pedophile, a European. How can you be mad at me? How can you be mad at me? Malik has never been seen with a weapon until recently. Over 30 years in the weapon organization known as the New Black Panther Party, he was not seen with a weapon until Tulsa, and this one appeared to be fake. Y'all better be careful who's screaming Black Power, F the European, F the devil, F the cracker. Be careful, because these are the same people that are feeding you the slaughter. Follow what I'm saying? I'm not going to be here long. Let me see if anybody want to come in with a commentary or something. Say I'm wrong. Say I'm wrong. I'm an agent. Tell me, say I'm an agent. Say I'm wrong. Say I'm an agent. Go ahead, say it. Go ahead, say it. Come on. Anybody want to come in? Because this is ridiculous. This is truly a ridiculous time in history that we would allow these things to take place right before us. We would allow these things to take place right before us. We would. This is bad. This is really bad. You know, and we have no one to stand up to oppose this stuff. We have no one standing up to oppose this stuff. You got one that plans to ban assault rifles. Also took advantage of a 17-year-old. Huh? Huh? I'm the bad guy? Come on, man. And people are still following Malik. Thank you, Tony. And people are still following Malik. For what? Why are you still following him? For what? Y'all might don't like King Samir, but you notice that he the only one that got locked up with Malik. You notice that everybody around Malik that get locked up, they'll tell you Malik never been locked up. It's all a setup. So listen, when I discovered that Malik was connected to Grandmaster Jay before you knew Grandmaster Jay, I was blown away. I was like, whoa. Then I discovered Malik was connected to Dr. Marshallone, and he's talking about going and telling the feds, and they always tell the feds before they do something. Now I want to ask you a sec. I want to ask you again, family, am I reaching? I need to know. Because maybe my research and my connecting the dots is a little bit rusty. I need to know. Please say something in there. Am I reaching with this one? The Minister of Education is politicking with an alleged, or as they call it, a pedophile. Am I reaching with this? And he's trying to put a ban on assault weapons. Goddess, Malik's a Democrat shill. Our people vote them at over 90% dots connecting. Absolutely. Am I reaching? Somebody put yay or nay. Am I reaching? Because I don't want to be reaching, but I'm gonna tell you, whenever somebody do something, there is a reason that they're doing it. Malik wouldn't be doing this for 30 years if it wasn't some agenda. And the agenda can't be liberation. Malik has never been arrested. The agenda can't be liberation, because there's nothing remotely even close that resembles what he's doing that can be described as liberation. Nothing even remotely close. And as we go deeper and we connect more dots, I think it's going to get bad. I think it's going to get worse. I really do. I really think it's going to get worse, because once I seen that, I was like, hold up, wait a minute. Hold up. Because I always say that God, when I was looking at Maurice Sloan, before him, I was given all the evidence of what's going on, etc. And now I'm to the point now that I want to find more smoking guns. You know what I mean? I want to find more smoking guns. You know what I mean? And one thing that we got to pay attention to, that what goes on when these agents are discovered, they begin to call other people agents. You hear what I say? That's what they begin to do. They begin to call other people agents. And today on Malik Zulu Shabazz Facebook page, you know what I'm saying? On his Facebook page, this is what he writes. Because he know the cover is blown, and he's going to try to keep most people in that nod of sleep. Dr. Malik Zulu Shabazz is with Malik Z Shabazz and 24 others. So he's going to share this with 24 people. And he's going to say the FBI counterintelligence program understand the current attack. Let me stop. FBI counterintelligence program. Understand the current attack on Dr. Malik Zulu Shabazz and the MWTv and all Black nationalist groups. Every member of every organization shall read every word of this document and commit this critical FBI document to memory. Once you read and memorize this COINTELPRO critical document, your eyes shall open and you shall see clearly. Warning, do not fail to read this document. Courtesy of General Taco W. Shakur. Brother Taco better watch himself dealing with Malik Zulu Shabazz. That's all I got to say about that. But now, let's go over the document that he wants everybody to read. Let's go over the document real quick. 1 second. I think it's right there. Let's go over the document real quick. Let's go over the document. Because what he's doing now is he's projecting. He's scared. He's like a scared little child now, and he's projecting. Hold up. 1 second. I just had it. Hey, where you go? Yeah, he's a scared little child now, so he's projecting. But we're going to look at these projections so you can understand just how these people try to do the switcheroo, do the bait and switch, trying to make somebody else look like the agent when in fact they are the agent and they have evidence against them. You feel what I'm saying? Like, make them show the evidence when they call each other agents. That's what you do. You make them show the evidence. Make them prove it. Make them prove it. If you say Taharkabey an agent, make them prove it. Because I'm showing you, I'm connecting my dots. You feel what I'm saying? I'm connecting my dots. So this is what he put out. It's propaganda for those who will listen to him to try to save his integrity, which he never had in the first place. Nationalist activity. Interested in counterintelligence to coordinate this program. The agent will be responsible for the period program being requested, but each agent working this type of case should participate in formulation of counterintelligence operations, goals for the maximum effectiveness of counterintelligence program and to prevent wasted effort, long-term goals, prevent coalitions of militant Black nationalist groups. In unity, there is strength. And I'm not going to go on with this because this is just trying to get people to, I'll put the link in the chat. Let me do that. You know what I mean? I'll put it on my website so you can read it. You know what I mean? But this is, you know what I mean? This is how he talks to those people that he considered to be of less intelligence to continue to manipulate them. You know what I mean? And then he said, prevent the rise of a messiah, prevent violence on the part of Black nationalist group, prevent militant Black nationalist group and leaders from gaining respectability. Let's be clear. Let's just take this last one. Let's just take this last one. Prevent militant Black nationalist groups and leaders from gaining respectability. Let's be clear. Everything that we present on Moorish World TV, you kill your own respectability. You kill your own respectability. You the one turn your camera on. You the one put somebody in position as the National Education Secretary or whomever. and she's working or rubbing elbows with one who want to take your guns. You're not making sense. And that old document right there is very useful for those who are real. But all the evidence that's on Moorish World TV, you gave it. You are reckless. There is no right way to tell a lie. As I told my sons when they were growing up, there ain't no right way to do wrong. There is no right way to tell a lie. There's not. A righteous mind, a concerned mind, will always uncover the lie. Because the energy of a lie rubs the righteous or the concerned mind or the genuine person the wrong way. You understand what I'm saying? So when I say righteous, don't take it as your grandmother righteous, as somebody can walk on water and all that. No, I'm talking about people that want to do the right thing. People just want to do the right thing. People just want to live life in peace. People just try to treat people as they wish to be treated and treat people as they expect to be treated. They don't want to be manipulated. They don't want to be used. They don't want to be played. They don't want to be abused. They don't want to be taken advantage of. And they definitely don't want to be oppressed. And those that feel like that, and somebody is in opposition of that, you can feel that energy. And that energy will inspire them to uncover who you are. That energy will inspire them to uncover just who you are. See, before there was a Taharkabey, there was no real checks and balances. There was no real checks and balances before there was a Taharkabey. Taharkabey is really not the checks and balances. You know what I mean? There was none. There was no real checks and balances on social media, on the internet. There was none. Not one. But when you came sideways at Brother Taharkabey, I decided to try to figure out who you were. Why would you coming at me so wrong? Why are you talking about, I heard his jaw was broke. Why are you talking, I heard his house was on fire. Anybody want Taharkabey house? I'ma have it. I'm suing them for defamation. Who want a house? My children live in this house, brother. That's how you want to do? Okay. But you're going to have to show and prove today. You're going to have to show and prove today. You're going to have to show and prove today. Because the moment that you threaten me and you threaten my family, from a digital standpoint, you better be right. You better be right. Because I'm going to destroy your credibility by your own words. I'm going to destroy your credibility with your own actions. I'm going to destroy your credibility. I'm going to destroy your credibility. Because you ain't right. Because you ain't right. And you don't need to be out here telling people anything through a bullhorn that you ain't going to do yourself. I mean, you don't need to be out here. I mean, this is all about gun laws, man. Now, that doesn't mean that Malik was always on board with that. But I tell you what, to see him a part of the new Black Panther Party as long as he has been and never had a gun, that speaks volumes. That speaks volumes. That speaks volumes. Real talk. Insane. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go to all of these gun ranges. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go to all these gun ranges. Y'all do all this gun shooting. Yet you support one who wants to take away your weapons. Now tell me where that makes sense at. Tell me where that makes sense at. That makes sense anywhere? That doesn't make sense, brother. You can't make that make sense. You feel me? And then all that shooting that you do, we doing training. I mean, we doing training. We're going training, and we're going to train in our shooting. We're going to train. Anybody want to train? Come on, we going training. For what? You've been around 20 years. They training. They training. For what? What you training for? They training and executing. Executing our people. They're training. See, I hope that y'all would wake up. Anybody who's still following this madness led by Malik Zulu Shabazz, that y'all would wake up. I hope y'all would. Because it's a dead-end street going nowhere. Because these people are training that you see on this screen. They're training. And they train to execute. What you training for? You're not training. You're siding with people who are putting up legislation next year to take your weapons. That's what you're doing. Your top minister of education is siding with people or rubbing shoulders or being chummy chum or being friends with people who want to take your weapons. Is M. Nugent in the building? I wonder, is my brother, my friend, my family, M. Nugent in the building? Do you see this? Huh? Is my brother Moon in the building? Huh? Huey P., you in the building? Where you at? Huh? The sleep is for the rich. I hope you're in the building. Because this is what it's all been about for the last few years. This is what it's all been about for the past few years. Where you at? Fred Hampton, you in the building? Because this is what it's all been about. Family, I want to keep this one short because we've been going long. Is there any questions? Is there any questions? We're going to dig deeper. I'm telling you, if you see Malik on the screen, know for sure that there's going to be new research every time. Know for sure that there's going to be new research every time. And you never know what you're going to get when I start to digging. You never know what you're going to get when I start to get. L. John Rowe Pratt, Gun Club, y'all in the building? Somebody share this with the gun clubs. Somebody share this with the formations. Somebody share this. And I'm going to keep it short so people can go on a ride, listen to half of it, come back and listen to it again. Shout out to the original people in the building. That's right. George still around. George still around chilling. So family, nobody have any questions. I want to keep it like that. Listen, watch them, check them, and make sure that they pass your personal litmus test. Make sure that they pass your litmus test. Don't you be following nobody like a crash dummy. I don't care how much you want to liberate your people. Only way you're going to liberate your people is if you liberate yourself first and not fall for the okie doke. Don't fall for the okie doke. These are lames and squares trying to play you out of your life and your freedom. Shout out to Abaz who say keep digging. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's just what it is. So peace and love, family. Thanks for your support. Hit the thumbs up and always share, especially one like this, because this one here, it is what it is, family. It is what it is.
Nursing home to serve that white lady her papers recently.
It's Carolyn Bryant. We have a warrant.
What?
Is Carolyn Bryant here?
Who?
Carolyn Bryant Dunham.
No.
No?
Who is that?
Oh, yes. Well, I didn't see it.
2 weeks ago, how ungangster was that shit?
I
It was a lot of, I don't even want to get into the names. These niggas will come beat me up. But they rolling to the nursing. We going to the nursing home and serve her. It's like a whole bunch of niggas to serve this old white lady at a nursing home. How gangster was that shit? I'm saying this.
Shut it down!
If we don't get it,
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 Shut it down!
The next location that we're going to is 4812 Six Forks Road.
Niggas for real? And they filming it. We gonna this shit ain't over. I'm like, y'all niggas is fucking sick, bro. You niggas is some sickos. All this shit going, ain't nobody running up on them police officers who got them bangers that y'all know. And then that's when we talk, let's run up in this nigga house, surround the perimeter. Call that nigga out, we gonna. No, they going to the nursing home, nigga. Power, nigga. Get around the back, nigga. You know the formation, nigga. Tell her to come out. Tell that 87-year-old bitch with that walker to come out. We gonna finally serve her.
Original people.
Didn't I try to tell y'all? I'm the king of this YouTube. Ain't worried about you dudes. Ain't nothing that you do to make me care. But I pray to Allah, you don't take me there. See, I'm the type to get in front this mic and sacrifice. Alright, you the type to get in front the mic and hope you get some likes. I used to back the thing, then go bang bang and boom today. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. I be that more you gon' remember. Taharkabey front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember, that's right. I be that more you gon' remember. Taharkabey front line till the law call my number. You a friend of the Moors, then you a friend of mine. I was told to watch my enemies, now hold my line. Those that speak against the prophet, they speak against me. And I'm speaking about the prophet over Drew Ali, who was the first to remind you and bind you back to Morocco, the mountains, Mississippi, and Quebec. Told you you wasn't black, proved it with straight facts. You tripping off trucks, you need to be tripping off that. Now here we go again, acting like you a slave. Family, see y'all tonight, 9:30. Let's go. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. I be that more you gon' remember. Taharkabey front line till